Right now, I'm on my way to a country that almost universally gets only negative media attention, right? We hear about gangs and drugs and kidnapping and cartels and all these things. And most tourists, if they go there, they pretty much stay inside of like a handful of resort towns and they never really leave the resort and see anything outside of it. But we're not doing that. We're going to the capital city to experience life there for ourselves. So is it actually as bad as the media says? Come with me to Mexico City. Let's find out. All right, and that was super easy. That literally took like 30 seconds for me. Of course, Kat's passport didn't work, so that was fun. But first thing, before we can get a cab out of here, we need to find cash. Let's see if this ATM will work. It does have a tap, which is good. Yeah, this one's not working. No luck with that one, so let's try this one. I can't read this. 2 down. 1 more to go. Let's hope we can get some cash out here. Cash withdrawal, 300 USD, so that's 5,000. So that's 7 Mexican. That's the sound we want to hear. Perfect. Okay, cash obtained. Next step is find a taxi. I'm just gonna try taking an airport taxi. I believe that they are like metered and regulated here, so I think you just like pay at a booth, so you don't have to worry about anything, any shenanigans with the driver. So let's see if that's the case. Otherwise, we could just take an Uber. Hi. How are you? English? The Sheraton Reforma.
2 people?
2 people, yes. Okay, so we basically, it was so loud in here. How are you?
Thank you.
All right, I guess we're following this guy.
En un momento llega su unidad.
Sorry?
En un momento llega su unidad.
Very confused as to actually what's going on. You say just wait a minute. 1,200 pesos. I don't know what the exchange rate is. I'll look that up in a second. That's Aero Taxi, and then Cassidy. That's the one that we got. It's the logo here on the receipt. So that's the exchange rate. So $68. That sounds insanely expensive for Mexico City, just from what I've seen, but I could be wrong. I'm like looking at the receipt. I don't really see where it says the destination, but maybe it just says it on the driver one, not the passenger one. Yeah, this whole system confuses the hell out of me. So I'm guessing maybe there's like a staging area for each company somewhere over there, and I guess they call, and whenever they have somebody for that company, then the taxi comes and gets you. I would have assumed it was just like a line of taxis that you can kind of just jump in. That's usually the benefit to getting an airport taxi, even if they're more expensive than like an Uber or a Lyft or something. It's just that they're there and ready and you don't have to wait. While we're waiting, I'm gonna pull up the same trip on Uber and just see what the Uber price would have been. So we're staying at the Sheraton. That would have been, wow, 229 pesos. So I was right. We paid about 5 times as much for an airport taxi. Wow. That's actually crazy. Now we know. Gracias.
This is the address?
Sheraton Reform. Sheraton, yeah. Maria Isabel Reforma.
What? Sheraton Reforma.
The Sheraton Reforma.
¿Crees que lo puedes ubicar aquí en el mapa?
There you go.
nice.
Yep. You can already tell this is just like such a densely populated city. There's so much traffic. And then there's like motorcycles like zooming in between the cars and bicyclists zooming next to the motorcycles. Looks like a lot of these like roadside shops are starting to close up for the day. It's about 6 p.m. now, so I guess that's the close of business for a lot of these guys. Sheraton, Mexico City.
What about the backpack?
Backpack I'll hold on to. Yeah.
Me too? Please. Thank you.
Yeah. It actually smells amazing in here. It smells like when you walk into a Vegas casino and they have like a signature scent. Hello. How are you? Good. Checking in? Let's check this out.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, so this is what $200 a night gets you in Mexico City. We actually got upgraded to the Junior King Suite. So really, we only paid for like a regular level room, but then this is the upgraded room. And we also got lounge access as well, where there's like snacks and free wine and beer and things like that. But this is the living room. It's a little dark. We're having a little bit of trouble getting some of these lights on, but you have like a sitting area here. You have a really nice sized desk. So if you want to work or edit videos like a certain somebody, you have a place to do that. They've also given us some complimentary pretzels and a Perrier. You have a whole dining area over here. Of course, king size bed. And then the bathroom. Can't be as bright as it gets. There we go. Let there be light in the bathroom. Hey, look, it's me. Nice sink and vanity area. Full closet space with a safe. Moment of truth checking out. The shower. Okay, shower, bathtub combo. Not too shabby for $200 a night in Mexico City. Now, of course, the most important part of any hotel room tour is the bed test. So we got this big king size bed here. Let's give it a go. All right. I'm gonna love this. My wife is not. I like a firmer mattress. She does not. So I think that this will be good for me, and we'll have to see how she feels about it. But I give it a solid 8 out of 10. And any bed is made better when they leave chocolates on it. And of course, we got to check out the view. A room tour is nothing without the view. So it looks like there's a rooftop lounge over there, and there's a Shake Shack down on the ground floor. So, you know, in case we get tired of tacos, we have Shake Shack. So we're going to take a couple of minutes, just get settled in, and then we're going to head downstairs, take a walk around the neighborhood. We're staying in Reforma, which is one of the supposedly nicer neighborhoods here in Ciudad del Mexico. So very excited to check that out, and we'll take a walk around and see what's out there. All right, guys, now that we are settled into the room, we're gonna take a little walk around Reforma here in Mexico City. So like I said, this is supposed to be one of the nicer kind of neighborhoods. Definitely more of a bit of a tourist neighborhood. Of course, the Sheraton Hotel is here where we're staying. And the first thing I want to go check out actually is right there. So we're going to figure out how we get over there, and then I'll tell you what it is. So one of the things that I notice about Mexico City immediately is the altitude. I can definitely feel it in my head a little bit. I could feel it kind of in my chest and my lungs. I had this similar feeling when we were in Ethiopia in Addis Ababa. These two cities are actually just about the same altitude. Mexico City sits at about 7,400 feet above sea level, and Addis sits about 77, so pretty close. And here it is, the first thing that I wanted to check out. This is the Angel of Independence statue on the Avenue Reforma. I feel like we just don't do traffic light changes here because everybody's just been jaywalking for the last 5 minutes while I was like, no, I'm gonna wait for the light. Oh, and now the light changes as soon as I open my mouth.
I think the guy's actually walking.
Oh yeah, the like animates. It's actually walking. That's so funny. I will say right now, the weather is so nice. It's like 78 degrees. It's not humid. It's just like really, really nice out. This is gorgeous. I have a feeling it's not going to be quite this pleasant when the sun comes out tomorrow. But for now, I will definitely take it. So as you could tell, this statue here is massive. So this stands about 150 feet tall. I think that's like 48 or 50 meters or something like that. And you can pretty much see it all the way up and down Reforma here, the main avenue. And it kind of just stands out like a landmark. And I've been told that this area becomes really, really popular, like whenever the Mexican soccer team wins or a local soccer team wins, and they have like celebrations here, they have parades, they have protests. In fact, tomorrow is Mexican Labor Day, so I'm wondering if there's going to be any kind of like protest over here or any kind of like demonstration. I have no idea what to expect for Mexican Labor Day. I was told that it doesn't really shut much down as far as like tourist attractions and businesses and stuff, but that there are definitely a couple of demonstrations and celebrations throughout the city. So we'll have to see how that goes. But it's a really impressive statue, and it was really designed for commemorating Mexico's independence from Spain, because they used to be ruled by Spain, and when they gained independence in 1910, this was commissioned. So this has been here for about 116 years, which is crazy. It's really, really old, and it's beautifully lit up here, and it just kind of stands like an amazing landmark here, right in the middle of Reforma. So now we're gonna just kind of walk down some of these roads that kind of branch off of the main road here, just kind of see what we find. Maybe we'll come across some food, or who knows? We're just kind of exploring. We've been flying all day, so definitely not gonna put in too much physical exertion here, but just kind of want to get a feel for the area. Oh, like the lucha libre masks. It's a very famous Mexican tradition, the lucha libre matches. I don't think we're gonna have time to do one on this trip, but maybe on a future trip. Oh my God, I can smell the amazing food coming off of some of these street vendors that we're walking by. Ooh. I wasn't that hungry, but I just got a whiff of that meat coming off of the grill. Oh my God, that smells so good. We're gonna eat so good on this trip. So this looks like a pretty trendy street here. You got a bunch of like outdoor restaurants, of course, more street vendors, street food. Oh my God, as soon as you walk up, you can just smell it all. It smells so good. Ooh. What's weird is I just got that whiff of Mexican food, and it was followed immediately by like a teriyaki smell. That's why. Japanese restaurant. That would do it. Normally I would be so down for Japanese, but not in Mexico City. I gotta eat all the Mexican food I can get my hands on here. This whole street really reminds me of like Lower Manhattan, where like there's like all the outdoor seating on both sides, and you have these like not permanent, very like temporary kind of like outdoor seating areas that they all built like during COVID, and then they all just kind of stayed. This is so Lower Manhattan coded. I think most of you on this channel didn't know that I grew up in New Jersey, so I spent a lot of time in New York. So anything that feels like New York kind of also feels a little like home. guys, look at this. It's the biggest bowl of ramen I have ever seen in my life. This is like a me-sized bowl of ramen. Okay, so I don't know what that place is, but it's busy as hell.
Beer stop.
Beer stop. Well, for somebody who doesn't drink, I don't know if that sounds like somewhere I want to be, but it does look crazy. They got the music going. They might have a DJ. And like every table is full. Must be good. It's not just a tortas, it's super tortas. Yeah, look at all this like super nice like outdoor seating. And with this kind of weather, like, oh, it's so nice to just sit out here. We're gonna try and find somewhere to sit down and have a little bit of dinner here. Hi, how are you? Dos, por favor.
Buenas noches.
You know we're in Mexico. We already got some chips, dips. Love it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I don't know how much you're going to be able to hear in here because we got the mariachi band playing, but I'm going to do my best. I might actually pull out my mic so hopefully you can hear me a little better. Coke Zero? Coca-Cola Zero or Diet, or like Coca Light or Diet Coke?
Coca Light.
Yeah. And no ice. All right, so I whipped out the mic here, so hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. But I have a feeling the language barrier here is going to be a little bit more of a problem than I initially thought, because thus far, despite the fact that I feel like Kat and I look super, super American, nobody has spoken to us voluntarily in English, and I think a lot of the people, including our waiter, do not speak English. So this is going to be fun. Okay, so maybe this restaurant isn't quite as like touristy as we initially thought, because they have ant eggs on the menu, they have grasshoppers on the menu. Like, unless, I know those are things like that you eat in Mexico, but unless that's like specifically for tourist shock value, this might be a little more authentic than I thought. But no, I am not ordering ant eggs or grasshoppers. I am adventurous, I am not that adventurous. And you have all of the expected Mexican items, quesadillas, gorditas, tortillas, a whole Mexican classic section with like fajitas and huarache. There's some mole here. It actually seems like a really good menu. So you know how like glass bottle Mexican Coke is a thing? Is Mexican Diet Coke a thing if it just comes from a can? Tastes like regular Diet Coke to me. Okay, so just for like price comparison here, one beef steak taco is 75 Mexican pesos, which is just over 4 USD. That's pretty affordable to me, honestly. That's a pretty good deal. You got 3 of those for like 12 bucks. Not bad. Sí, sí. Lamb mixiote? I know. Very loud. Very loud. Lamb?
Mixiote de carnero.
Sí, sí. Gracias. All right, so now that we've put in food, I feel like we gotta try these chips here. The thing is, I do spice, Kat does not. I don't know if this is gonna be spicy or not. Do I need to try this first? All right, guys, so we're gonna give these chips a try. We got 3 chips, 3 dips. So we'll do one with just this, and then one in each of these. All right, here's the bean dip. See, I like beans, Kat doesn't, but that's great to me. So it's got like almost like a sweetness to it. Really good. All right, my turn now for the green salsa. I love a good spice. Okay. Yep, I feel it.
But in the back.
It's building, yeah, definitely in the back. Actually, literally all in the back. It's like just the back half of my tongue feels it. The front, I got nothing. All right, Kat kind of destroyed this last chip here, but I'm gonna go in with the red salsa. Let's go. Vámonos. It's almost like tomatoey. That one really hits in the front of my tongue. And the back of my tongue feels nothing. That's so interesting. I really like that red one. The red one is my favorite, for sure.
Michote de carnero.
Amazing. Muchas gracias. Okay, guys, so this is a lamb dish wrapped in a leaf, and then there's cactus in there, and potato, and a couple of other things. I've never had anything like this. I love lamb, but I've never had something served like this. And then it comes with the rice and the guacamole as well. Really excited to try this. And then for Kat's dish, she got a Puebla-style mole with chicken, and then of course the seasoned rice, and looks like the same kind of bean dip maybe that we had before. Looks like with some cheese on it. This looks amazing. You can just tell how rich in flavor that's gonna be. Okay guys, here we have the lamb, and I can just tell, oh my God, it smells so good. I can't wait to try this. Here we go. Lamb here in Mexico City, first meal of the trip. Oh my God. That is incredible. Just super rich in flavor. You can taste all the different like spices. There's a ton of different seasonings on there. You're getting some of the potato in there. I haven't found the cactus yet, but it's in there somewhere. And there's like chopped onions in there, other kinds of vegetables. This is so good. All right, and here's a piece of Kat's Puebla mole with chicken. Let's try this out. Wow. That is so not what I was expecting. It's really sweet, almost like a chocolate. There's a chocolate in it. That's so interesting. I don't think I've ever had chocolate with chicken before. That's really good. But I gotta try this rice, this Mexican seasoned rice. Really nice, super light, fluffy, just really, really good overall. All right, guys, I gotta put the mic down and dig into this. I was getting hungry, but as soon as this hit, and now I'm crazy hungry, so I gotta dive into this. I'll catch you after dinner. ¿Me trae la cuenta, por favor? Sí. Yeah, I feel like this area is just getting busier and busier the later it gets. There's more tables filling in, more cars on the street, everyone's honking. I'm pretty sure the mariachi band turned up the volume. Meanwhile, I'm stuffed and ready for bed. I think this means I'm getting old. Gracias.
Espero que haya sido todo de su agrado.
Sorry?
Espero que haya sido de su agrado todo. Que haya sido complaciente.
I have no idea what you just said. I'm so sorry. See. Okay, guys, that whole dinner came out to 1,170 pesos. For context, the taxi charged us 1,200 pesos to come to the hotel from the airport. We spent less on dinner with drinks and all this food, this incredible food, than we did on the taxi ride from the airport to the hotel. I don't know what that says about the taxi ride or the price of the food, but I consider this a great deal. This was amazing. And I am now more confident than I was before that we were absolutely ripped off by the taxi company. That was so good. All of that food was delicious. The lamb, the chicken with the mole, the rice, the chips, the bean dip, the salsas, all of that was just incredible. What a start to our trip here in Mexico City. if this is a sign of things to come, this is going to be an amazing trip. So overall, first impressions of Mexico City, I'm very happy. The altitude is going to take some getting used to. The air is going to take a little bit of getting used to. It's a little bit more polluted than I am used to, but you know what? That's okay. Every city kind of exists their own way, and I'm here to experience it. That's what I love about travel so much. Always something new. Get to try the food, see the culture. It's going to be an amazing couple of days. With that being said, we're going to go back to the hotel and relax. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.